Yeah, what's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You've tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, and y'all know what to do when you come in the building. Smash on the like button and then jump in the comment section. Let me know you in the building. In the building already, Daryl Deloach. What's happening with it, Daryl? And my man Dwayne Freeman in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah, we're going to have another great show for y'all today. Yeah, another great show today. Let's get it, Tap in with me. Let's get it. Aaron L., what's happening with it? Anthony Johnson, what's good? Seattle Boxing Talk, what's happening with it? Yeah, we're going to have a great show today. We're going to cook today. Like we always do. Yeah, my man KG, what's happening? What's happening with it? My brother KG in the building. Yeah. I see you up in there cooking up that good shit, KG. I see you. Mike Rhymes says, he said everybody hunting for big fish in 2-inch water. Man, I hear you. We gonna get into it. We gonna talk about it. And I actually did go get to see the Anthony Yard fight. I went and watched that last night. I watched the Anthony Yard versus what's the dude, Linden or whatever. I don't know. That fight looked funny to me. Dude looked like he laid down. I don't know. That was a very suspicious fight. That was a very suspicious fight. That was a very suspicious fight right there. Randy Gonzalez was happening with it. Yeah, I want everybody. It's on YouTube too. Y'all can go check it out. Go check out that Anthony Yard fight that he fought this weekend. He fought. I think his name was Arthur Linden or something like that. Lyndon Arthur. Anthony Yard versus Lyndon Arthur, right? So I went back and I watched that fight last night. It happened this past weekend, and I hadn't seen it. Heard people talking about it, but I hadn't seen it. Go watch that fight. It just looked funny to me. Lyndon Arthur, he wasn't throwing like no hard punches. He was holding the whole time. All he was doing was trying to hold. So all he was really doing, he was trying to hold Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard was going at him. And the whole fight, he was just trying to hold and hold and hold. And then when Anthony Yard got to him, he hit him with like a cool body blow and hit him with, a couple other shots. But I don't know, it just ended funny. Dude like jumped up. You could see he was visibly perfectly fine. And then the referee called it off. And then, oh boy, he didn't like protest it or nothing. Like it just, I don't know. That shit just looked funny to me. It was a funny looking fight. Kind of like when Kovalev fought Canelo. That shit was some funny business going on. I don't know. One, what's happening with it? What's going down? Macadam one, what's happening with it? Nardi Crash says Lyndon didn't really throw no hard punches in the first fight. See, I didn't see the first fight. So I can't sit up here and lie to you and tell you that I saw the first fight. I heard about it. I didn't see it. Aaron L. said, I'm not sure if you already talked about this, but what are the thoughts on Tyson Fury versus Dillian White? Yeah, man, that's actually what I was probably gonna get into next. I haven't talked about it yet, but I'm gonna get into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about that definitely. Iceman, I think the Fury and Jake Paul, I think Fury's brother had a pullout. They said something due to some type of medical. He got sick. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I thought Jake Paul was going to whoop him anyway. From what I've seen, Fury's brother, his last fight up against that, he fought an MMA fighter, right? Tommy Fury, that's his name, Tommy Fury. And I'm going to pull up his resume because I want to get the guy's name that he fought last. It was the MMA fighter, right? And he actually spoke on fighting Tommy Fury and sparring Jake Paul. Hold on. Let me pull up Tommy Fury's resume. So Tommy Fury, he fought Anthony Taylor, right? Who Anthony Taylor at the time was 0-1 in boxing. That's what it say. Yeah, he was 0-1 at the time when he fought. He was 0-1 at the time, Anthony Taylor, right? So he was 0-1 at the time when he fought Tommy Fury. Now, Anthony Taylor spoke on fighting Tommy Fury, and he spoke on sparring Jake Paul, right? And he said Jake Paul was going to definitely go in there and beat the shit out of Tommy Fury. He said we saw him fight Tommy Fury and he sparred Jake Paul. He said that Jake Paul was a way better fighter than Tommy Fury. Now you got people saying that Tommy Fury's ducking Jake Paul. I don't know if he's ducking or whatnot, but he pulled out of the fight. He pulled out of the fight, and they saying because of a medical, something medical. Well, I know that Tommy Fury did come out and he was complaining, saying that Jake Paul refused to have drug testing in this fight. I don't know what that was about. He did come out and say that, but Tommy Fury was going to get beat by Jake Paul. That's what I believe. Like I said, Tommy Fury, he needs to take the Fury out of his last name because he can't fight like nan one of them. He can't fight like Huey Fury. He can't fight like Tyson Fury, and he can't even fight like his daddy. Tommy Fury need to go, go off somewhere and continue being an underwear model or whatever the fuck he call himself. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't fight. But Jake Paul was finna put them paws on that boy. Now we're going to get to see Jake Paul and my man Tyron Woodley run it back. That's even better. Like, I didn't want to see Tommy Fury. All Tommy Fury was for people to shut the fuck up and be able to say that Jake Paul fought a real boxer. That's all that was, because Tommy Fury, he can't fight. Motherfucker can't fight. We seen him struggle against a UFC, he wasn't even a UFC fighter, a MMA fighter, right? A local circuit MMA fighter that didn't even have no background in boxing. We seen him struggle against him. Iceman said he must be adopted. Man, he looked like it though. He don't look like none of them, but that ain't none of my business. You know what I'm saying? How do I feel about the Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley rematch, man? Let me see. I don't know, man. I'm kind of up in the air with that because I think I probably would pick Tyron Woodley if he had a full training camp. If he had, not be taking the fight on like 2 weeks notice. But I said people better stop sleeping on Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? The kid can fight. So you got to have a full training camp if you're not a boxer to go in there. You know what I'm saying? And Tyron Woodley, yeah, he got a striking background, but he's not a boxer. And I think that I think that Jake Paul is getting better. He's continuing to get better. And Tyron Woodley, he don't let his hands go. You know what I'm saying? He don't let his hands go. And I think that's gonna be his downfall again in this fight. Yeah, he getting better, Macadon. But the thing with, like I said the other day, the thing with Tyron Woodley is he has the same issue in all of his fights. You know what I'm saying? Even in the UFC during the back end of his career, his problem was where he wouldn't let his hands go. In the first fight with Jake Paul, he wouldn't let his hands go. So I think that's gonna be a problem. And you can't do that against Jake Paul. Jake Paul can fight. No matter if we like him or not, he can fight. You know what I'm saying? And eventually we're going to have to stop calling him a YouTube fighter because he's showing that he's taking the sport serious, right? He's training. Yeah, we look at him just as a clown, but he's showing us that he can fight. Now, will he ever get to like a top level in boxing? I don't think so, because I mean, unless you got power like Deontay Wilder and just hella athletic, you know what I'm saying, super athletic, you can't start boxing as late as he did and then rise to the top. Well, I ain't gonna say you can't, but it's yet to be seen yet. You know what I'm saying? It's yet to be seen yet. So it's a slim chance, but you know, anything can happen. Cassandra Mason, the queen, in the building. Salute to the queen, Cassandra Mason. And the queen, Sheena, is in the building. Salute, Cassandra and Sheena. Yeah. Y'all gonna have to stop being scary. I'm talking to Sheena and Cassandra. Both of y'all know y'all boxing. We're going to have to do an all-women's panel. I want to get an all-women's panel with the women that know boxing. You know what I'm saying? I want to get the all-women. Y'all got to stop being scary to get up here on camera. Yeah, you know, because y'all know boxing a lot better than some of these men do. Real talk. And we need to get a all-women's panel up here. Dada say he was gonna fight Tommy Fury, so he said he called him a pro boxer, but he's still in the prospect stage. Yeah, and we can't expect him to be going. Man, if you look at most of these boxers that are some of your favorite fighters, when they was coming up, you know what I'm saying? When they was coming up, having they, you know, first 10 fights, if you look at their record, a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, was fighting dudes that was 3-32, 4-15, 0-1, 1-1-1. You know what I'm saying? 15-10, and with records like that, they wouldn't fighting top-notch caliber guys. So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, even though a lot of us look at Jake Paul as a clown, I really don't, because you know, at the end of the day, he talk a lot of shit, but that's why he had people talking about him and watching him. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a showman. He's a showman, just like Mayweather was, just like Roy Jones was. Now, I'm not comparing him to them in the ring, but you got to have a mouthpiece to be able to go along with, you know, what you do in the ring. You got to be a showman. So you know, yeah, EJJ, we're gonna talk about that. We gotta see, we gotta wait and see, you know. But we know with the WBA, we know how they move with Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, man, we gotta give him some respect. We gotta give Jake Paul respect, because like Dundada said, he trains hard, he takes the sport serious, and he got enough nuts to get in the ring and do it when most motherfuckers don't have nuts to get in the ring and do what he's doing. And he's not getting in there with fucking 20-ounce gloves on and exhibition bouts like we see some of these guys do, like let's say like a Lamar Odom, and some of these football players and some of these other guys. You know what I'm saying? They getting in there with 16-ounce, 20-ounce gloves on, big ass gloves, and they looking like shit. You know what I'm saying? They looking like they fucking drunk in the ring. He ain't doing that. He actually getting in there and he's like really having real fights. So I ain't gonna hate on that, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hate on that, man. But anyway, I want to talk about this, right? I'm gonna take some time to talk about this. And I haven't got a chance to talk about it, but there was a little discussion going on in the on my man Ohio Runs boxing page, and you know, it's a lot of coons, you know what I'm saying, that commented up a comment under a comment that I made because they don't know no better. Now, what I'm speaking of, and I'm speaking of Montana Love. I like Montana Love, you know what I'm saying, hell of a fighter. I've been rolling, you know what I'm saying, following Montana Love for a long time. Well, I ain't gonna say for a long time, but for some years now. Excuse me. I've been following Montana Love for some years now, right? So, Montana Love, this is the attire that he came out to. Hold on, let me pull it up on my phone real quick. For the people that didn't see it, most people probably saw it, but for those who didn't see it, and I want to address this shit because, hold on. Here we go. So Montana Love, this is the attire that he came out to in his last fight, right? And like I said, I like Montana Love. He came out to, you know, basically the same type of robe that Mayweather came out to when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. First of all, it's played out. And he came out with a big sombrero on his head. And not only that, he came out to Mexican mariachi music, or however you say it. He came out to Mexican music, right? And I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, man, this is some clown shit. Like it's straight, like, okay, Roger Mayweather, he did it first, right? And then back then when Roger did it, it was something new. And it was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Roger, it's kind of funny. It was new back then. Then Floyd Mayweather did it, right? And it was still pretty new. And under the circumstances that Floyd Mayweather did it when he fought Oscar De La Hoya, you know what I'm saying? He was mocking him. He was mocking him, but that was how they built the fight. It was cool. Now you got all these other fighters that's doing it over and over and over and over, right? Now Montana Love, he come out and he does it, right? And he fight a Mexican, right? First of all, I don't like this shit, first of all, because, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I don't like it because you mocking somebody else's race, right? You mocking them. That's what you're doing, because you ain't coming out like that if you fighting another race of fighter, right? You mocking them, right? And the reason I don't like it is because I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't like that shit because it's some clown shit. It's old, and why are you mocking somebody else's race? And this is why I feel the way I do, is because if one of them Mexican fighters came out, right, with some Shaka Zulu gear on, right, and some African music and shit, doing tribal dances, I'm gonna feel some way about that shit. Or if one of them came out, right, because, and I'm speaking on Montana Love, because the nigga got an S curl in his head and shit. So if one of the Mexicans came out with their pants, you know what I'm saying, with their boxing trunks hanging all off their ass, fucking carrying the goddamn S curl box, walking to the fucking ring, carrying the S curl box up in the air, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna feel some type of way. And I think everybody else is gonna feel some type of way about that shit. Or with an Afro pig on, or with an Afro wig on, with a motherfucking Black Power fist comb, you know what I'm saying, combing out his motherfucking afro with some rap music on, laughing and shit, I'm gonna feel some way about that shit, right? You see what I'm saying? I'm feel some way about that shit. For these clown ass niggas to get in the ring and do that shit when we don't want them doing that shit to us. Let's just keep it real. We don't want them doing that shit to us, and they doing that shit, right? First of all, you fighting a motherfucking no name that don't nobody know. It ain't like that you going out and you fighting a fighter that's on the caliber of Oscar De La Hoya's head, so you need to do extra shit to get them pissed off, to get them to get in their head and shit. No, you're doing it to fucking mock them, to be ignorant. Now, right, when I said this on one of my man's posts on Facebook, right? Oh no, they're paying homage. I said, okay, if he's paying homage to the Mexican race, why the fuck are you going out there doing that? You can go out there and pay homage to your own race of people. You so worried about somebody else's race, you don't even take the time out to research and find out about your own heritage and to pay homage to your own people. And so I said that, and the dude gonna come on my shit talking about, oh, I haven't stepped foot in Africa. Our ancestors haven't stepped foot in Africa since 1816. Why would he? Well, why are we worried about him paying homage to Africa? I said, this motherfucker, you coon ass nigga, you. You know what I'm saying? I haven't. Well, why does he have to? You know, it's plenty of blacks that come from Mexico. That's the type of mindset that a lot of us have, right? He missed the whole point I'm saying. So in his mind, first of all, nobody said nothing about Africa, but you do need to go back and do some research and find out about your ancestors and you know what I'm saying, where your people might have came from, right? But nobody didn't say nothing about no Africa. Is our heritage, is Africa the only thing that we have to pay homage to in our heritage? No, but an ignorant coon ass nigga will tell you that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem with some of us. We so focused on other people's races and doing silly shit like that when he could have easily, right? If you want to do some shit, you could have came out and pay homage to your own race, not trying to mock somebody else's race. You feel me? Not trying to mock somebody else's race to be fucking ignorant. Or if you want to act like you paying homage, why are you paying homage to somebody else's race? I've never seen a Mexican fighter come out paying homage, you know what I'm saying, to the African American or black race. The black people. I ain't gonna say race, I'm gonna say black people. I've never seen a Mexican fighter coming out paying homage to black people. Never seen it. When I see Mexican fighters, they come out with their own music on, they come out with their own attire on, and they're paying homage to their heritage, to their people. Straight up and down. So all of that shit, these niggas need to stop with that shit because it's nothing new. It ain't like you doing something innovative that ain't been done a million times already. This shit is silly. Now, like I said, if the fighter he was fighting came out with a motherfucking with an S-curl goddamn wig on, with a fucking S-curl box up in the air, with some fucking activator spraying it, you would have had a problem with that shit. You know what I'm saying? With a fucking box of Beijing and shit. Come on, man. Cut out the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Juan Ramos said Montana say he half white on the gram. He on some, man, I don't give a fuck what he's saying. The nigga still got an S-curl kid in his hair. You know what I'm saying? The nigga still got he can act like he half white all he wants to. The nigga still go get a fucking S curl every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? The nigga still got Beijing in his head because y'all, I'll pull up the pictures when he fought Baranchek, and Baranchek knocked the Beijing out that nigga head. So what is we talking about? You know what I'm saying? These niggas is just fucking clowns. Clowns. They don't know shit about their fucking own heritage. So they gotta waste their time making a fucking mockery out of somebody else's, or when you questioning them about it, oh, I was paying homage. The fuck you paying homage for? He ain't paying homage to yours. Come on, man. You ain't never seen motherfucking Canelo or Barrera or Morales or none of them come out with a fucking dashiki on. Randall Bivens say, he say, if they go out in some African heritage gear on, he says they're afraid they'll get their ass beat. The only one I see that does that represent is Wilder and Gary Russell. Gary Russell had a great entrance. Right? So if you want to mock somebody's entrance, or no, I'm not gonna say mock. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, copy somebody's entrance, won't you do what Gary Russell did? Or won't you do what Deontay Wilder did when he came out in the second Tyson Fury fight, when he had all the influential black figures, you know what I'm saying, on the wall when he was walking out? Won't you do some shit like that? If you ain't gonna do that, don't do none of it then. Don't do none of it. That shit is just clown shit to me. And anybody that think that shit is funny and is cool now, like you thinking like a clown too. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. I wish I could read you, man, the comment that this fucking coon ass nigga put up under the comment that I had put about that. I don't like that. You know, because we as people, we gotta be real and ask yourself, how would we react if we see Mexicans start coming out doing shit like that, mocking us? I ain't finna be cool with this shit. So how can I, you know what I'm saying? How can we not be cool with it, but think it's okay for you know what I'm saying, us to do that? You know, that shit is just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? The shit is just ignorant. But anyway, I just really had to get that out there because that's something that I want to talk about on Monday when I did the live, but you know, we kind of got off the subject or whatever. And yeah, that shit is, you know, I just thought that was very ignorant. And then, you know, you miss weight. You miss weight by 4 pounds, right? You coming out with some shit like that, and then Montana Love missed weight for 4 pounds. See, this the type of shit that'll make me, I'm a fan of Montana Love, but this is the type of shit that'll make me not like him real fast. That type of shit. First of all, you missing weight. Now you got a nerve enough to come out here with that clown, you know what I'm saying, acting like a fucking clown. Acting like a complete clown. Like, bro, and then you topped it off by playing mariachi Mexican music in your ring entrance. You know good so fucking well you don't fucking ride around listening to that music. You know good so damn well you don't ride around listening to that music. You probably never listen to that type of music. You know what I'm saying? That's just clown shit. Clown shit, you know. But make sure that y'all smash my like button. Smash my like button. And my man CB Sports TV off in the building. What's happening with it? Bruce goes. What's going on with it, Bruce? My man 817 Boxing B, what's happening with it? Shit crazy to me, you know. I hope we don't see no more fighters come out and do no silly shit like that. Especially, like I said, if you fighting just a no name, you fighting just a fucking stay busy no name opponent. Now, like I said, if you fighting somebody like a Canelo, right? You going in the ring, you fighting somebody like a Canelo, and you just doing it to get under his skin because it's a fight of that type of magnitude. I still don't like it, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? You trying to be disrespectful to get him out of his game plan, to get in his head. But bro, you just doing this shit just to fucking do it because you fighting just another Mexican fighter. It don't make no sense. But anyway, y'all smash my like button. Smash the like button. In other news, right? Smash the like button. Come on. Y'all get the likes up. Get the likes up. In other news, I want to talk about this Tyson Fury and Dillian White. It looks like the WBC is ordering Tyson Fury and Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? It looks like that the WBC is going to order Tyson, is about to order it, or if they already did, they're about to, or they already did. They ordering Tyson Fury and Dillian White to face each other, right? Now, somebody earlier asked me how I feel about that fight. I don't know, man. I don't like Tyson Fury. I don't like Dillian White even more. I respect Tyson Fury's boxing skills. I don't like Tyson Fury, but I respect him for his skills in the ring, right? Dillian White is some trash to me. I don't like him outside the ring. I don't like him inside the ring. I don't like him if he at his home. I don't like him at a fucking bar. I don't like him in my fucking grocery store. I don't like him at all. And I would like to see somebody put him out cold again. So, for the fact is that I think that Tyson Fury will go in there and beat the dog shit out of Dillian White. I would like to see that. But as far as them two fighting, I mean, it is what it is. I don't really care about that fight. And you know what I'm saying? I just want to see, you know, Tyson Fury or whoever it is beat the dog shit out of Dillian White. And I know Tyson Fury will do it, and he is going to do it. I would rather see undisputed, you know, if Anthony Joshua would step aside and step aside and let Tyson Fury and my man, god damn, I just lost. How I lose my man name? God dang. Somebody got Usyk, yeah. If Anthony Joshua would step aside and let Tyson Fury and Usyk fight for undisputed, I would like to see that more. Just for the simple fact is that I don't think Anthony Joshua can beat Usyk. He can't beat Usyk. And I think that if Anthony Joshua rematches Usyk, if he go and do what he say he want to do and rematch Usyk, I think that fight will end in a knockout. I think that Usyk will stop Anthony Joshua this time. I really do. I think that Usyk will stop Anthony Joshua this time because if he had one more round in the last fight, he would have stopped Anthony Joshua then. So I don't like Anthony Joshua going straight back into a rematch. And I like Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how he moved like a hoe when he was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder, but that's a whole nother story. I like Anthony Joshua, and I don't want to see him going to an immediate rematch with Usyk because I think Usyk gonna beat his ass. Now, Tyson Fury and Usyk, that is a much more that shit is a highly competitive fight. I think that Tyson Fury wins that fight because he's just too big. I don't see nobody in the heavyweight. If Wilder didn't get it done, I don't see nobody in the heavyweight division that could beat Usyk. I mean, not Usyk, Tyson Fury. I don't see nobody beating Tyson Fury. Usyk is not going to be able to beat Tyson Fury because Usyk thing is being able to move and outbox you. Well, Tyson Fury can move for a big man and he can box. And Usyk is way too small for Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury can go in there with that same game plan that he did to Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Put his weight on him and wear him down and rough him up and throw him around and headlock him and do all of that shit that Tyson Fury do. And I think he'll stop Usyk and he'll knock fucking Dillian White unconscious. This time next year, Dillian White will still be sleeping. So hey, 817 Anthony Joshua can say anything he wants. I saw the first fight. Unless he's gonna become a whole different fighter in the second fight, it ain't happening. Usyk gonna beat that man ass. And you know why? Because he can come out more aggressive. He can do all of that, right? But at the end of the day, he can't buy a new chin. And he can't buy a new mentality. Like, it's mental and it's his chin. It's mental with Anthony Joshua because he knows if he gets his chin touched, he can't take a punch like that. He knows that he's not able to take a punch. So he fights timid because he knows that, and he knows that he don't want to get caught because he can't take it. So Anthony Joshua, he not beating Usyk. He's not going to beat Wilder. He's not going to beat Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua not beating none of them dudes. The only reason he beat Andrew Ruiz the second time is because Ruiz came in there fucking sloppy, fat, and out of shape. And he ain't coming there to fight. Motherfucker was eating pizza in the goddamn locker room. Breathing hard and shit. By the time the motherfucker stepped up in the ring and shit on the steps, and he was breathing hard already, you know what I'm saying, going up under the ropes. Like, come on. So I would rather see Tyson Fury and Usyk fight for undisputed. We could finally get an undisputed in the heavyweight division. But hey, if Dillian White gotta step in with Tyson Fury and get his whole fucking frame knocked off, well then knock out Dillian White, get his fucking ugly ass, nappy head ass up out the way. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand nothing about Dillian White. What man you know that'll get on and do a whole commentary, right, live, and won't even fucking brush the beads out of his head? Verdugo, salute to you, salute. But yeah, so that's how I feel about that. It is what it is. If Tyson Fury and Dillian White has to happen, I'm cool with it just so I can see, Dillian White get knocked the fuck out and go somewhere again. But I really want to see is I want to see Dillian White and Wilder. That's the fight that I want to see. I want to see Dillian White and Wilder, right? Because what better fight do Wilder have to go in there and, other than going there and shut Dillian White's big ass mouth once and for all? Like, I'd pay any amount to see Deontay Wilder put Dillian White out of his misery. For real. Kill his ass. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Go to sleep for good. That's how I feel. Y'all can say whatever you want. Oh, you shouldn't say that. Yeah, Dillian White can go to sleep for good. I hope that Wilder get that fight, hit him with some shit, and fucking, just put him to sleep for good. We all got to go someday. I would love to see Deontay Wilder make him go permanently. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever go into a fucking permanent coma. That's how I feel about Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I said it. Put that motherfucker into a permanent coma. For real. Y'all can think what you want. I'm dead serious. I would love to see Deontay Wilder really catch a body against Dillian White. Put him into a permanent coma. For real. Get that piece of shit out this world once and for all. DP Rocket said he feel that way about some people that are phony. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Dillian White, he the phoniest of all phony. Like, I can't stand that dude. And shit. Hold on. Big Baby Miller too. Shit, fuck him too. Hold on real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right. Yeah, so and Big Baby Miller, you know what I'm saying? He a big bitch too. Big Baby Miller, if y'all didn't see the video he just put out, you know what I'm saying? He named a few fighters. He named fighters off. And then he said, and Wilder, that's why I fucked your. That's what he said about Wilder. He said, that's why I fucked your beat. Now, when Wilder see him, Wilder need to punch a whole fucking hole through that man's face. I think I might have it. Hold on. Let me see if I got it up. Let me see. We talking about Jarrell Miller. You not only disrespected that man, you disrespected that man's wife. Let me see if I could pull it up for y'all. Dude look like, you know what I'm saying? Dude look like he about Big Baby Miller right now. He look like he about 380 pounds. He might be more than, he might be 400. Let me see if I can find the clip. Here it is.
Big Baby, when you coming back? Motherfucker, I never left. What's your boy, Big Baby, in the heavyweight division is back on notice. You already know what time it is. Humble times don't humble us. AJ, you's a boy. Deontay, you already know I fucked said Tyson.
You hear what he said? He said, Deontay, you already know I fucked your. Come on, bro. Hey, Wilder need to see him. Wilder needs to see that dude. You know what I'm saying? You disrespect that man's wife like that. Hey, Wilder needs to see that man. Yeah, he needs to see that man, right? Wilder needs to see Big Baby. Real talk. Straight up. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it in. Y'all smash the like button. Smash the like button so they could get this live stream out. Smash the like button. You know, I see they not sending my notifications out to everybody like they supposed to today. But smash the like button because we're gonna cook anyway. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna cook. So another thing, right, is let's talk about this situation with let's talk about this situation, right, that they got going on with Gervonta Tank Davis, with this WB, I think was it the WBO, the WBA belt, with the WBA belt, right? Gervonta Tank Davis, he relinquished his secondary title, whatever. I didn't even call it a title. The title that he had won when he went up to 140 pounds. Well, he relinquished that title. Now, Gervonta Davis, he decided that he wants to keep his title that he has at 135 pounds. Now, I'm cool with that, but Gervonta Davis, his motto is that they don't give a fuck about no belts, right? What he said. We heard him recently that said that he'll go beat George Kambosos' ass and he don't want none of them belts. Now, he decided to keep his WBA title at 135, right? The title he has at 135, I think it's the secondary title because, I mean, we know that George Kambosos got the real WBA belt, the IBF, and then the WBO, right? We know that George Kambosos got those 3 belts. The only reason that Gervonta Davis would want to keep that secondary title is because with that secondary title, they're about to mandate Gervonta Davis to fight George Kambosos, right? They're about to mandate that fight, Gervonta Davis versus George Kambosos. Now, he said he ain't care about fights. I'm wondering all of a sudden, why are they looking like that they are going to, you know what I'm saying, going to the George Kambosos sweepstakes? It's a good-ass fight. Hell of a fight. Fight I would love to see. But at the end of the day, you said you ain't care about titles. Y'all said that y'all were only doing in-house fights. Now, with all of that being said, if you go over to Australia, cool. You showing me that you with all of the smoke. But George Kambosos bet not sell himself out and fight Gervonta Tank Davis in America. He bet not do that shit, right? Just because it's Tank. Because if I see that shit, to me, you selling your motherfucking titles for a bag. And another thing is we always hear Leonard Ellerbe, oh, we ain't paying these guys. Like, who's going, we don't have no money to pay these guys. Well, George Kambosos don't have no big name in the U.S. People just found out who George Kambosos was last weekend or the weekend before last, my bad, right? So George Kambosos ain't got no big name. So you was complaining about Devin Haney was going to want too much money and Devin Haney he ain't got no name. Well, more people know who Devin Haney is than George Kambosos. So if y'all move and fight George Kambosos in the U.S., you contradicting everything that you say that you stand for. Everything that you've said, you contradicting it. Big nose, Leonard Ellerbe, because truthfully, you know what I'm saying? We put a lot of this shit on Mayweather. I think that Leonard Ellerbe is behind most of this stuff. Because when we hear when we hear all of this silly shit, it comes from Leonard Ellerbe, not Floyd Mayweather. Leonard Ellerbe is the one that's coming with this. Oh, Tank don't have to fight none of these guys. Tank is a stop. Leonard Ellerbe is the one that's saying all this all the time. I think that Leonard Ellerbe is the one, right, that's keeping us from seeing Tank fight the best. That's Leonard Ellerbe's game plan. Why you think Leonard Ellerbe gets so fucking mad when you say, oh, well, you know, what do you think about Eddie Hearn wanting Devin Haney and Tank Davis to fight? The motherfucker nose get bigger and shit. His motherfucker's nostrils flare up and he get mad and want to fight Eddie Hearn. Why you want to fight the man? Because he want to put his best fighter in the ring with your one and only fighter. Why you getting so goddamn mad? Oh, I'll kick his motherfucking ass if he come within 5 feet of me. Why you want to fight that man all of a sudden? You want to fight that man because he asking you about, you know what I'm saying? Because he wants to see Devin Haney in the ring with Tank Davis. And you so fucking mad because people starting to press you about Tank Davis getting in the ring, right, with a name, with one of these top name fighters. You so fucking mad your goddamn fucking nose get bigger, your eyes get bucked, and now you want to fight promoters and shit for trying to fucking make fights that the people want to see. But I told y'all niggas that was taking up for Leonard Ellaby when I was saying this shit last year, and y'all was calling me a hater. Oh, y'all, you just a hater. You just a hater. Now you see how Leonard Ellaby moves. Now you see the motherfucker's a crook. The motto is to continue to put Tank Davis in the ring with fighters that don't really have a big name, right? They're just happy to be able to get in the ring with Tank Davis because, shit, they don't got no name. If I can get in the ring with Tank Davis, everybody's going to be able to see me, win, lose, or draw. People going, know who I am. So he knows he could put Tank in the ring with those type of opponents. Tank is still going to sell out because Tank is becoming a star. People want to see Tank just to see knockouts. So he knows he can put them in the ring with that type of opponent. And then they could pay Tank Davis his $3 million or whatever he getting. You know what I'm saying? They could pay Tank Davis his $3 million or 3.5 or whatever he getting, right? They pay the other opponents pennies. Okay, we're gonna give you $400,000. That's more money than you ever had. It's really pennies to what the event is making because Tank Davis is selling out these events. He's getting sponsorships and all of that other shit. So we're gonna get a no-name opponent. We're gonna give them $300,000. That's more money than they ever made by far. That's a lot of money to them, right? The rest of the money, we get to pocket. That shit going to Big Nose Leonard Ellaby's pockets and Floyd Mayweather's pockets. Go look up Leonard Ellaby's net worth. The man worth well over $100 million. So Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather, they pocketing all that bread. They giving Tank, they giving him his little pay. They paying his opponents pennies just because they are excited to be able to get, be on the pay-per-view and get seen. And then the rest of the money they pocketing. They're profiting big money from that. That's why they don't want to put Tank in the ring with a big name because, like he said, oh, we ain't paying for Devin Haney. We ain't going to pay. They're not going to pay for them type of names because if you get in the ring with a Devin Haney, a Vasyl Lomachenko, a Teofimo Lopez, any of these other fighters that have a name, well, yeah, they know how much they're going to they know how much they're supposed to get paid. They're not going to let you fucking put them in the ring for $300,000 and be happy just because they on pay-per-view and fighting Tank Davis, right? Now you really got to open up the books and show how much everybody is going to be getting, how much you're going to be making off the event, right? So it's a whole different ball game. When they say, oh, we doing this for Tank and Tank. No, they're doing it for themselves. That's what y'all don't understand. Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather, they come, we for the fighters. They are for themselves. They for themselves. That's what y'all have to understand. Tank Davis is all they got. If they lose Tank Davis, what else do they have? Nothing. So when we like to say, oh, well, they're protecting Tank, no, they ain't protecting Tank. If it came down to it, they wouldn't give a goddamn about Tank. They're not protecting Tank. They're protecting their company and their business. They're protecting the face of their business because that's all they have. If Tank go down, right? Say, and I wouldn't wish this on Tank ever, but say Tank got a horrible injury and he couldn't fight for a few years. What the fuck you think TMT gonna do? And I'm not talking, and I know that Floyd Mayweather he works in cahoots with PBC and Al Heyman, but I'm saying the Money Team Promotions, what they gonna do? Just solely under them, Leonard Ellaby and Floyd, nothing. they shit out of luck because they ain't got nobody else. They gonna try to put Rolly in front of your face and try to, you know what I'm saying, get every penny they can out of him. But he ain't got the talent. Told y'all a long time ago that Leonard Ellaby, Mayweather Promotions, they're bad for boxing. Now, a lot of people putting it on Floyd, and Floyd has some to do with it, right? But see what? Leonard Ellaby run all of that shit. Floyd ain't making the most of them decisions. Floyd is somewhere kicked back on a yacht, you know what I'm saying, with a whole bunch of women around him, flying out, taking vacations. Leonard Ellaby do all of that. He make all them decisions. He running that shit. Floyd is just a figure, right? Floyd is just a figure that you see when you talk about TMT Promotions. That's Leonard Ellaby making all them fucking decisions, protecting his pockets. Yeah, 817. Why you think Devin Haney didn't sign with Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby, right? Why you think that Shakur Stevenson, after they recruited Shakur so hard, Shakur went to Top Rank and he didn't sign with Floyd Mayweather? Why do you think that when Floyd Mayweather, right, man, he rolled out the red carpet, he did everything for Mikey Garcia when Mikey Garcia was a free agent, and Mikey Garcia decided to go and work with Al Heyman instead of signing to TMT Promotions? I'm talking about he did everything for Mikey, put him in luxury motherfucking presidential suites he had never been in before, flew him out to different places, all type of shit he was doing for Mikey Garcia. He was recruiting Mikey Garcia real hard. A lot of people forgot about that. And people thought it was a done deal. I thought it was a done deal. I was like, oh yeah, Mikey definitely gonna sign. And why you think Mikey didn't sign with him? They see how they do business. And how many fighters have we heard complain about TMT Promotions? We heard a lot of fighters come out and complain about them. But see, a lot of fighters, they scared to say something that was under the TMT banner, because at the end of the day, Floyd, he still works hand in hand with Al Heyman, and he still could get you shut down real fast. And you know what? I was cooking earlier. I seen my man Batman in the building. If you still in the building, my bad, Batman. Salute to my brother Batman. Let me see who else. Tone Money, what's happening? Bun Queequee, what's happening with it? Let me see who else we got in the building I missed. My man Leon Robinson, John Kramer, what's happening with it? And y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash my like button. You know what I'm saying? Smash my like button. Sheena says, hold on, it jumped on me. I got to move it down. Sheena says, I believe Floyd is the mastermind. Whatever goes on in TMT, Ellaby will be out of a job if Ellaby messes things up. It's the money team, not the Ellaby team. I feel what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying? Leonard Ellaby is the CEO of TMT Promotions. He's the CEO. Leonard Ellaby makes all of those decisions. Leonard Ellaby was making a lot of Floyd Mayweather's decisions in Floyd Mayweather's career. You got to look back to the history. Leonard Ellaby been with Floyd Mayweather since day one. You know what I'm saying? That's why Leonard Ellaby, he's the man that makes all the business moves. When we hear the Leonard Ellaby do interviews, and then we hear Tank Davis talk, he's saying the same exact things that Leonard Ellaby has preached to him. Now, like I said, Floyd, he's a part of it, but I think that Leonard Ellaby, he make a lot of these decisions on his own. And he know that Floyd is going to be down with it because he been handling the business for Floyd since, you know what I'm saying, since Floyd really started getting big money. He been handling the business for Floyd. Floyd ain't come up with these blueprints and shit by himself. Leonard Ellerbe came up with them joints. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Leonard Ellerbe when he does interviews. Listen to him. Listen, and then look at how mad he gets if you talk about putting Tank Davis in the ring with somebody else that has a big name like a Vasyl Lomachenko or one of these other fighters, Devin Haney or one of these. You know what I'm saying? Listen to it. Yeah, Ice Man. I seen, Ellerbe talking about he gonna KO Eddie Hearn. Why? Why you want to fight Eddie Hearn? Now all of a sudden you trying to be a gangster and shit. Like, come on, man. Leonard Ellerbe he's something else. Shit. Leonard Ellerbe something else. That dude is a clown, straight clown. Yeah, KP say facts. He say they act like we stupid. He say, and I ain't buying that bullshit for real. Mr. Pat, salute. Yeah, like all of a sudden now you want to fight, Eddie Hearn. Yeah, Eddie Hearn a big dude. Eddie Hearn's a big dude. Eddie Hearn's 6'7". Dundada said he got Eddie Hearn by KO in the third round. Man, like that's just some clown shit. And it's crazy because you ain't never heard or seen Eddie Hearn say anything disrespectful towards Leonard Ellerbe. You never heard or seen Eddie Hearn say nothing disrespectful towards Leonard Ellerbe, but Leonard Ellerbe gets so fucking mad because he thinks that, that Eddie Hearn is the reason why fans are calling for Tank Davis to fight somebody, right? That could be a 50-50 fight. He don't want that. He don't want the fans talking about that. He don't want Eddie Hearn. He don't want nobody talking about that. Bro, and it's like KP said, you think we stupid? We see that shit already. We don't need Eddie Hearn to say it. We don't need Bob Arum to say it. We see how you moving. So, Smooth Groove Boxing, what's happening with it? Salute from that Oak Cliff in the building. Dude said Dana White has smashed them both. He juiced to the gills. Hey, Sheena say Ellerbe soft with the man boobs talking about slapping Hearn. For real, like, man, come on, bro. Well, now all of a sudden you tough. But so check this out. With all of that being said, right? Tank Davis looks like he might be moving into the number one slot and swooping this fight right up under Devin Haney's feet. I want Devin Haney to get this fight with George Kambosos so we can solve who is undisputed, the real undisputed. Tank Davis and Kambosos is a good fight, but Tank Davis, to me, he don't deserve that fight more than Devin Haney because Devin Haney is the fighter that's been putting in work. He's been showing that he's willing, right, and wanting to fight any and everybody out there, and Tank Davis hasn't been doing the same thing. Devin Haney deserved this fight. I'm going to be pissed off if Tank Davis swoops this fight up under Devin Haney and he fights Kambosos, not because it's not a great fight, because he don't deserve to fight like Devin Haney do. Shit. Devin Haney was been calling him out for years. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But we're not going to forget about Vasyl Lomachenko, my man White Jesus. Yeah, and I'm still a Lomachenko fan. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm still riding with Lomachenko. I fuck with Lomachenko heavy. That's my guy. We ain't gonna forget about my dude Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought he was down and out, but he back like the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? He back like Candyman. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko back like Candyman. And I like, don't get me wrong, I like Richard Comey. I like Richard Comey a lot. Richard Comey is a hell of a dude. Hell of a guy. He's a very good fighter. But Richard Comey, you know what I'm saying? He got to be sacrificed this weekend. I'm sorry. King Loma is finna put him, you know what I'm saying? He finna put him down. King Loma finna go out there and fuck Richard Comey up this weekend. I'm sorry, but King Loma gonna have to do it. And Lomachenko, he gonna be right there back in and running. So I say this to say, I say that to say this. Don't be surprised if old Bob swoop in on that George Kambosos sweepstakes and Bob Arum, you know what I'm saying, gets Lomachenko that fight for not undisputed, but for, you know, to get his 3 belts back. Because let me tell you one thing. Bob Arum, right? He don't want to go to his grave and pass away until he see Lomachenko become undisputed for real. Bob Arum, I don't know what infatuation Bob Arum got with Lomachenko, but he loved him some Lomachenko. And Bob Arum want Lomachenko to get them belts around his waist. And Bob Arum just might do anything that he got to get that fight with George Kambosos and Lomachenko over there in Australia. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. And happy birthday to the Bob father. Turned 90 years old today. That's crazy. And Bob Arum turned 90 years old today, and his mind still works faster than most 20-year-olds. Listen to Bob Arum, how fast his reaction time is, and how smart he is still at 90 years old. That's amazing. That's amazing how his brain is still just witty like that at 90 years old. He's sharp as a motherfucking tack. Bob Arum is sharp as a tack at 90 years old. As far as his brain, he ain't lost a step. It's crazy. But Bob Arum might swoop up this fight. Now, if Gervonta Tank Davis gets this fight, right? Let's say Gervonta Tank Davis swoops up this George Kambosos fight, which I hope don't happen. But if it does happen, I would love to see Vasyl Lomachenko and Devin Haney get it on. That's a fight I would love to see. That's a fight that they need to make. Vasyl Lomachenko and Devin Haney. If Devin Haney or Vasyl Lomachenko don't secure that George Kambosos fight, that's a hell of a fight. Let them, you know what I'm saying? They were supposed to fight a few years ago. And Vasyl Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying? Some people say he ducked Devin Haney. Well, come back and get that smoke with Devin Haney. That's a hell of a fight. I know Bob Arum want to see Vasyl Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson, but he just throwing Vasyl Lomachenko out there to protect Oscar Valdez. We ain't gonna do that. And Lomachenko already told you he not moving to back down to 130 pounds. So let's get Lomachenko and Devin Haney once and for all if neither one of them can secure the Kambosos fight. Because it looks like that the WBA is about to order Kambosos and Gervonta Davis to fight. That's what it looks like. It looks like the WBA is about to order Gervonta Tank Davis and Kambosos to fight. So once that fight gets ordered, it's gonna have to happen. unless Tank Davis decides to drop that title too. But he decided that he wanted to keep his, I guess they call it the WBA regular title or whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. He wanted to keep his secondary title that he has at 135. So if he gonna keep that title, they gonna order that fight between him and George Kambosos. Hey, so y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash my like button. Smash on my like button. So we might get that fight. You know what I'm saying? We might get that fight. Yeah, Anthony Johnson. I think Dev, he's sticking around at 135 to see if he can, you know what I'm saying, get the rest of them belts. But Dev, he probably gonna move up soon if he can't get the rest of them belts. Now, y'all hit my like button because we finna get into it now. We finna talk about this Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, Yordenis Ugas. Y'all hit my like button because now we finna really cook. We finna really cook now. Now, so I seen Blue Blood. He came out with the video, and he said that the WB, let me see, the WBA, right? The WBA was supposed to make a decision today. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I haven't heard anything yet, but he was saying that it looked like that the WBA was supposed to make a decision today on if they're going to let Yordenis Ugas, right, defend his title against Errol Spence, or are they going to keep him locked up in this tournament? Now, if they let Yordenis Ugas and Errol Spence fight, I don't know if they will. I don't think they will because they didn't even budge for Manny Pacquiao. When, you know what I'm saying, the WBA, they didn't even budge for Manny Pacquiao. So we know that my man Richard Schaefer, he's behind this tournament, right? Because Stanionis is in the tournament. So Richard Schaefer, he got bread invested in this tournament, and whoever else got bread invested in this tournament with the WBA, right? Because this is all about money. You dig what I'm saying? This is all about money. Tunnel Vision says WBA rejected Ugas' request, purse bid tomorrow. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. Don't surprise me. You know what I'm saying? WBA so my man Tunnel Vision came in and he said that the WBA rejected Yordenis Ugas' request, right, to be able to get out of that tournament to fight Errol Spence. So it was rejected. So my whole thing now is you see, because it's all about money. Whoever has invested in this tournament, they've slid the WBA a whole lot of money, right, to basically stand on their square with this tournament. That's what it's about. So now it looks like that Ugas is gonna be forced into this tournament. Right? He's going to be forced into this tournament. And now, right? So basically what Blue Blood said is Blue Blood said that Errol Spence, right? He was trying to see if he could fight Ugas for that WBA title, if Ugas could get out of that tournament, or start early negotiations with Terence Bud Crawford. Now, like I said, I told y'all before, I want to see the best fight the best at their best. I want to see the best fight the best at their best. Starting early negotiations, meaning that you going in your very next fight to fight Bud Crawford. I like it. I love it, but then I don't like it because are we getting Errol Spence at his best fighting Terence Bud Crawford? That's the question that we all got to ask ourselves. Are we going to be getting an active Errol Spence? No, that's a fact. Are we going to be getting Errol Spence at his best? I don't know. It's a question. But if we see Errol Spence go in there and get a fight with Ugas, go in there and beat Ugas, right? Then go into a fight with Bud Crawford. Now we know, okay, yeah, he on his shit. But I don't know what type of Errol Spence we going to get going in there off of, by the time they fight, it'll be an almost 2-year layoff probably. You know what I'm saying? A 1.5-year layoff. Going in there on a 1.5-year layoff fighting a Bud Crawford. Almost 2-year layoff again. I hear you, DP Rocker, but being back and ready in shape is two different things from not having no ring rust, right? We see a lot of fighters take long layoffs and they tell you that they're ready, right? They feel ready. But when they get in the ring with them 8-ounce gloves on, right? When they get in the ring with them 8-ounce gloves on, and after, you know what I'm saying, win, lose, or draw, they come out and they say, yeah, I had ring rust. I'm glad I was able to get in the ring and get the ring rust off. Y'all got to understand, Errol Spence ain't even sparred since early August. He ain't even sparred since early August when he was training for the Manny Pacquiao fight. And he ain't had a real fight since December of 2020. So, yeah, he could be ready physically, but it's more than that. Is your timing ready? Do you got any ring rust? Damian Daniels. Errol said no tune-up, right? Your Danis Ugas is not a tune-up. Batman, your Danis Ugas ain't a tune-up, right? When Errol Spence says no tune-ups, at that point in time, he still thought he was going to be able to fight still fight Ugas. Ugas ain't a tune-up. Now, like I said, I want to see Terence Crawford and Errol Spence just as much as anybody else do, or more. But at the end of the day, I want to know when he's stepping in between those ropes to fight Terence Crawford, I want to be able to say, yeah, I know he at his best. Right? I want to be, can't nobody in here tell me that when Errol Spence steps in the ropes, right, off of a 1.5-year, 2-year layoff and get in the ring against Terence Crawford, can't nobody tell me that they going to think like, oh, yeah, he's at the top of his game. Because we're not going to know. We're not going to know. And Bud is on that level to where I don't feel that he's the type of fighter that you need to be getting in the ring with on a 1.5-year, 2-year layoff. Damon Daniel says, I agree with you, but we know Bud is different. And so if Bud is different, right? If Bud is different, I want to see Errol Spence at his top, right? Active. I want to see an active Errol Spence at the top of his game, get in there and beat Bud. Because see, this is the thing. If he go in there and loses to Bud, then we all gonna say, well, Errol Spence, he wasn't at his best. He was, he wasn't active. He was rusty. He hadn't fought in this amount of time, right? Or if he go in there and beat Bud Crawford, then we're gonna be able to say, damn, motherfucking Bud wasn't all of that. Errol went in there and beat the shit out of Bud, and the motherfucker hadn't fought in 2 years. Imagine what Errol Spence would have did to Bud Crawford if he was active. You see, it go both ways. Bro, Batman. Are you saying that your Danis Ugas is a tune-up? Are you saying that Keith Thurman is a tune-up? Are you saying that Virgil Ortiz is a tune-up? So you talking about tune-ups? No, I don't want to see him fight no tune-ups, but I want to see him fight another. If Bud Crawford is on a whole nother level, like everybody is saying he is, right? That means he's better than Ugas. That means he's better than Virgil Ortiz. That means he's better than Keith Thurman, right? If Bud Crawford is better than all those guys that I just named, well, that means that I would like to see Errol Spence in the ring with one of those guys at that caliber. It say if Bud Crawford is an A+ level, well, then I would like to see Errol Spence in the ring with a A- level fighter. It ain't a tune-up, because if we call it a tune-up, if he went in there and fought, let's say, Andre Berto or his mandatory, right? His mandatory dude, that's his mandatory. You know, somebody like that, that's a tune-up. So I don't want to see him fight no tune-up, but I would like to see him fight one of those other opponents, a B+ level, A- level fighter. If you could understand what I'm saying. Because this is too big of a fight for the fans to be able to have any doubt or any excuses after that final bell rings. Right? It's too big of a fight. This is a fight that we've been asking for years and years now. We've been wanting to see this fight. So why would we want to see this fight not under the best circumstances we could see it under, right? If the shoe was on the other foot, right? If Terence Crawford was the one that had been out of the ring, you know what I'm saying, and only had one fight since 2019. If Terence Crawford was a fighter that had been out of the ring for years and only had one fight since 2019, listen to what I'm saying. I would say the same thing for Terence Crawford. I would say, you know what? I don't want to see Terence Crawford go in there after fucking only having one fight since 2019. One fight in 3 years. That's what we talking about, y'all. We talking about one fight in 3 years. If there was Terence Crawford only having one fight in 3 years, and the one fight that he had was over a year and a half ago, I wouldn't want to see Terence Crawford in there with Errol Spence, because to me, it ain't the best fighting the best at their best. But you know, if the fight gotta happen, it gotta happen. You know, it gotta happen. But it's different, you know what I'm saying? It's different preparing yourself and you know, sparring and doing all of that, than getting in there with 10-ounce gloves on and getting hit with 10-ounce gloves on again. That's a whole different ball game. Now, if y'all remember, right? I think it was Sean Porter, right? Sean Porter, he took like an exhibition bout. I forgot who it was. It was in between. Forgot who it was in between. Sean Porter, he put on it was 10-ounce gloves, and he had like a real fight in his gym against a fighter, right? I forgot who it was, and it was kind of like an exhibition bout, but it was a real fight with 10-ounce gloves, and he did it because he had a long layoff, and I think it was leading up to fight Errol Spence or I can't remember who was leading up to fight. But if Errol Spence were to do something like that, just to get your timing back, just to, you know what I'm saying, know what it feels like to get touched with 10-ounce gloves, I mean, with 8-ounce gloves on. You know what I'm saying? If you were able to do some shit like that and come out unscathed, that's cool. But you know what I'm saying? People ain't doing that. Sean Porter did it, but ain't nobody else doing shit like that. Demond Daniel says some of it is Errol sabotaging his own career. That fat camp, the nightlife, etc. Bud lives a boxing lifestyle. I favor Bud because Errol's habits. I mean, that's cool. We could favor whoever you want to favor. You know what I'm saying? That's at the end of the day, them dudes, they still got in there. They still got to get in there and fight at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Whoever we got, me, you, that's all opinion. But you said Errol is different than all them guys when he came back and did what he did to Danny. Yeah, he beat Danny more clearly than anybody beat Danny Garcia, right? But at the end of the day, that's not the best I've seen Errol Spence. I saw some flaws in Errol Spence when he came back and fought Danny, right? I saw some of his timing was off. He was still good enough to beat Danny Garcia, but Errol Spence at his best, to me, would have stopped Danny Garcia. Now, not laid Danny Garcia out where he was sleeping. He would have beat Danny Garcia up to where either Danny Garcia pops would have had to throw in the towel or the referee would have stopped that fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good example. You making my point for me, Batman. We saw him, the way he looked against Danny Garcia, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? He looked pretty, but I saw some things, right, in Errol Spence that I didn't see when he was at his best. And he even said that shit. He even said, he was like, I was only at like 70% of myself. So do we want to see him at 70% of himself going in there fighting Terence Crawford? Or would we like to see him fight one of these other killers? Go in there, even if he have a tough fight against Ugas or Keith Thurman or Virgil Ortiz. Get all that ring rust out, come with a victory, and then go in to the Terence Crawford fight. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if the same exact Errol Spence that got in the ring with Danny Garcia and won could beat Terence Crawford. I'm just saying, let's keep it 100. I don't know if that same exact Errol Spence at 70% of himself that beat Danny Garcia can go in and beat Terence Crawford. I don't know that. So with me not knowing that, I feel more comfortable if he got a fight in between and then fought Terence Crawford. But at the end of the day, you know, he gonna do what he want to do. I would like him to get, you know, more time training with Blu-ray, more time to go back to his old self, right? To be back, you know what I'm saying, to that dude that was destroying everybody. I want to see that nigga with the shag in the ring with Terence Bud Crawford. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see the big fish in the ring with Terence Bud Crawford, right? I don't want to see the Errol Spence that start calling himself the big fish in the ring with Terence Bud Crawford. Because to me, that's not the best Errol Spence. I want to see that nigga with the shag that was working with Blu-ray. I'm talking about doing 700 push-ups before they even started training. That was cut up like a bag of dope. I want to see that Errol Spence in the ring with Bud Crawford. That's what I want to see. That's it. If Crawford is at his best and he active, why can't Errol Spence be at his best and be active? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Errol Spence or nobody else to start motherfucking drinking their own piss and thinking they that much better than everybody, where they could just go in the ring against anybody, right? On the 2-year, 1.5 layoff and just run through them. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I guarantee you Terence Crawford wouldn't do it. I guarantee you if Terence Crawford was coming off a 1.5, 2-year layoff, only had 1 fight in 3 years, I guarantee you he wouldn't get in the ring with Errol Spence right off the rip. I guarantee you he'll show Errol Spence a lot more respect than that. So I'm saying that Errol Spence, he got to respect Terence Crawford more than that. He got to respect Terence Crawford more than that and go in there at your best. Not, okay, well, I feel good physically. That's not, like, that's cool, but yeah, we want to see that nigga with the shag. So Terence Crawford, right? He out here on vacation, right? Way in other countries, off in the ocean, talking about he big fish hunting. Terence Crawford is now, he's coming out saying that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I want. I want the big fish. I'm out here, you know what I'm saying? He calling Errol Spence a hoe. I'm looking for this hoe ass nigga. Where this hoe ass bitch ass nigga at? He's talking big shit. Terence Crawford is talking big shit. I don't have a problem with it, right? I don't have a problem with Terence Crawford talking big shit. Because, like I said on my video, boxing is not a nice sport. Sometimes you got to walk up to a motherfucker and mush him in his face. Sometimes you got to slap him in his mouth. Do whatever you got to do to let, you know what I'm saying, to let the other motherfucker know, hey, I'm about that business. Let's get it on. That's cool. And I'm glad that he's out here, you know what I'm saying, talking big shit, and he's showing everybody that he really, really want that smoke. You know, but is Terence Crawford serious this time? Is it, you know what I'm saying? I like it. I like that shit, because that's the type of energy that I want to see from Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. I want them to both have that same type of energy, right? When it comes down to it. But I know that Errol Spence has had the same energy all the way through, right? We've seen his same energy all the way through. Errol Spence's energy ain't changed. He just told you what he had to tell you. He told you that he was gonna go, that he wanted to fight, that he wasn't gonna move up, right, until he could see if this fight could happen. He ain't never changed his tune. Now, I'm asking myself, is Terence Crawford serious this time? Like, is he bluffing, or is he really serious this time about really wanting to smoke, right? Hold on, y'all. On my phone. Yeah, so I'm asking myself, is he serious, or does he really want to smoke this time, right? Because Terence Crawford, I don't know what's real with him. And I'm just being honest. I don't know what's real with him. He keeps switching up every week. The man say something different, right? Is he serious this time? Like, is he go stick to what he said? He big fish hunting. I'm out here looking for this whole ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Where this bitch at? All of that, right? He talking heavy. He talking heavy. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know, is he serious this time? That's all I want to know. I want to know. I want to be able to say, okay, hold on. I want to be able to say Terence Crawford is serious this time, right? Because recently, this was Terence Crawford and what he had to say. Hold on. Let me play this for y'all.
What we said about a month or two ago with Errol Spence, you don't need that. Are you for real? I know you don't. I know, but are you for real about just forget it now?
I'm not worried about that fight. I done told y'all numerous of times now. I'm not even worried about the fight.
Still down to do it, of course.
You never would see me asking for that fight ever again.
Still hope it happens though.
So let me play that back. Let me play that back for y'all that didn't hear it. Like I said, I like his energy, but I don't know if to take him serious. You know what I'm saying? I like it, but do we take him serious or not? Hold on.
What we said about a month or two ago with Errol Spence, you don't need that. Are you for real? I know you don't. I know, but are you for real about just forget it now?
I'm not worried about that fight. I done told y'all numerous of times now. I'm not even worried about the fight.
Still down to do it, of course.
You never would see me asking for that fight ever again.
Still hope it happens though.
Wait, so he said, I'm not worried about that fight. And he told him, I keep telling everybody on several occasions, I don't want that fight. I'm not worried about that fight. Matter of fact, you will never see me asking for that fight again. But recently, the motherfucker out here and he all out in the ocean. Y'all know who I want to fight. Where this bitch at? Where this whole ass nigga at? I'm searching for Errol Spence. What's going on? I don't know to take him serious or not. Because he could come back next week and say, that fight is behind me. Didn't I tell y'all that I don't want that fight? It'll never happen. Like, what are we doing? I mean, what are we doing? So Prince Jeff says when he said that, he was frustrated because he wasn't getting the fight. Okay, check this out. So now he was frustrated, but he said it over and over and over again. I mean, I could bring up at least 6 different times that he said that, right? So now he was just saying it because he was frustrated. Okay, cool. That's just like me. I can come on here and say that he's bluffing. That he's saying that he wants to fight Errol Spence because he's just being a clown and he's just playing around. He's just bluffing. He really don't. So I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what's up with dude. We know how bipolar people get. He's bipolar. I mean, he's obviously bipolar. I don't know how to take him. If he's serious, right? If he's 100% serious and he ain't gonna change his tune next week or the week after that, I like it. I like it. But I don't know. Gayla Louder Milk, Gayla Louder Milk. Salute to you, Queen. She say, Bud is wishy-washy, but we still see. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, how you take Bud? How do you take this man? I mean, man, he tell more lies than Eddie Hearn. And we all know he tell, well, let me make it clear. He tell more lies than Eddie Hearn was telling when they was trying to negotiate with Deontay Wilder and doing the negotiations with Wilder in Anthony Joshua. We seen Eddie Hearn tell a new lie every motherfucking day. That's Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? That's Bud Crawford. I don't know how to take this man. We all got that one person that'll say some shit. And then everybody know that one person that'll say some shit. And then the next week you'll be like, man, you said such and such. I never said that. I don't know what you're talking about. You be like, man, what you mean? You just said that shit last week. We had a whole conversation and you said exactly these words. I never said that. I don't know what you're talking about. Man, everybody heard you said, I don't know what you're talking about. I never said that. You must got my voice mixed up with somebody else's. No, you were right in front of me when you said it. I never said that. Man, matter of fact, I got you recorded right here saying that. You're recorded. Shit, that ain't me. That must be somebody that sounds like me, but that ain't me. Because I never said that. Why would I ever say something like that? This is your voice. I recorded it, and you ain't even know I was recording you. It ain't me. I never said that. That's Terence Crawford. That's Crawford. I mean, I know everybody like the man and think he's a great fighter, but the motherfucker, he'll lie a million ways and then come back, right? Say some shit out loud in front of the whole world and then come back and tell you he never said it. And then his fans will make up excuses. Oh, he was just saying that because he was frustrated. Oh, he was just, what the fuck was he frustrated about? What was he frustrated about? I don't understand that. What was he frustrated? Because, I mean, he went 7, 8 years calling out the Manny Pacquiao fight and he didn't get frustrated. I mean, what was he frustrated about? That he wasn't able to fight Errol Spence because Errol Spence was fucking laid up in a hospital bed? I don't understand what the man was frustrated about. When was Errol Spence and Terence Crawford supposed to have fought each other? Are you frustrated because the man gave you a 60-40 offer and you turned it down? And you realized that you couldn't make more money than the 60-40 split you was going to get with Errol Spence with nobody else? You couldn't even make close to half of that? I don't understand what you was frustrated about. I mean, I'm just, this dude is hard to gauge and to understand. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he came next week or the week after that and said, you know what? I don't want this fight. The fight's behind me. I gave him 24 hours to sign the country. I gave him 24 hours to fly across the work, to fly across the country where I'm vacationing at to talk about the fight, and he didn't want to do it. He's ducking me now. I'm in Cancun, and I was searching for him in the ocean, and you know what I'm saying? I couldn't find him. That means he's ducking. I don't want the fight no more. It's behind me. That fight is never going to happen. You don't never know what this dude going to say. You got Bo Mac fat ass out here lying. He telling all type of lies, right? You got his nephew lying, talking about the man, oh, Bud Crawford's the cash cow. Why is Bud the cash cow? Why is Bud the A side? Well, Bud is making $7 million a fight plus back end money. So he's already making way more than Errol Spence, and he gets all his back end money. Well, sir, Bud and Bomac said that he was only making $4 million guaranteed a fight. And where's the back end money if you ain't selling no pay-per-views? Sir, explain that to me. Well, Prince Jeff, Crawford and his team said that they're the A side. So instead of, so you said, was the offer made to Crawford? You need to scratch out the Crawford and put Spence in there because the A side makes the offers since they said they the A side. Right? Since they said they the A side makes the offers. So how's the B side going to send the offer out? So Terence Crawford, first of all, he needs to come out with his own promotional company. So we'll sit back and wait for Terence Crawford to come out with Bud Crawford Promotions, right? Or T-Bud Promotions. And then T-Bud Promotions, he can send a contract to Errol Spence, Man Down Promotions, or PBC, whatever you want to do. So, I mean, what y'all want to do? I mean, where you want to go with this? Okay, Fabio, I'm dropping the link for your monkey ass. Hold on. I'm going to drop the, and don't nobody else grab this link. Since I sound salty, I want you to come on this panel and school me then. Come on the panel. I'm going to drop this link for motherfucking Fabio right here. And I want you to come on the panel and school me since I sound salty. There's the link right there. Go ahead and grab the link and tell me how salty I sound. There's the link, Fabio. I want you to grab the link and tell me how salty I sound. Oh shit. Grab the link and come on. Because if you say something else in the chat, I'm blocking you. Now I'm putting the link out here. Since I sound salty. Hey, your time is ticking. You finna get blocked. I'm gonna have one of the shooters block your ass. Hey, I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds to grab that link. Get his ass up out of here. Get him up out of here. Yeah, get him up out of my chat. But you know, like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, how can you take Terence Crawford serious? What's good with it? My man Kyle off in the building, a boxing section, TBS. What's good? I'm just saying, you know, I like the energy that Terence Crawford is putting out. I love it. I made a video talking about how I love the energy, how he is moving forward. And you know what I'm saying? He putting the full court press on Errol Spence. But the only question is the man serious? Is he going to come next week and is he going to change his tune? That's all I want to know. How can you take the man serious? I can't take nobody serious that tell me something different every time I talk to him about the same story. It's the same story, but you tell me a different version every time I talk to you. I can't take that serious. Knockout Boxing 86 TV, what's happening with it? Salute. I don't know how to take the man serious. Hold on. Once again, hold on. Since I'm the one that sounds salty, but he's the one that said these words. Hold on. See if y'all need to hear it again. Hold on.
Like we said about a month or two ago with Errol Spence, you know, you don't need that. Are you for real? I know you don't. I know, but are you for real about just forget it now?
I'm not worried about that fight. I done told y'all numerous of times now. I'm not even worried about the fight.
Still down to do it, of course.
You never will see me asking for that fight ever again.
Wait, hold on. You never will see me asking for that fight again. Now, this is the man you want me to take serious. I don't want that fight. I'm not worried about that fight. That fight is behind me. That fight's never going to happen. Can we see it in 2022? I said the fight's never going to happen. Now, you never will see me asking for that fight again. So is the man a motherfucking liar? Or is he a motherfucking a goddamn compulsive liar? Which one is it? Is he a liar or is he a compulsive liar? I don't understand. But then when I play the footage, I'm in the wrong. I'm salty. How the fuck I'm salty from something this man is saying? You will never see me ask for the fight again. I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with y'all. Like, y'all gotta fucking be retarded. You hear what the man saying, you continuously see what he's saying, and now you think I'm supposed to take him serious? So now it's, oh, he meant I'm not asking Bob no more. No, that ain't what he said. See, this is the problem, right? We making a ton of excuses for him. No, what he meant is he meant this and it wasn't, he didn't mean it like that, and it was just because he was mad and he was frustrated at that moment, and it was this and it was that. No, the man was saying this shit. Oh, he was saying this shit the whole fucking year. It wasn't like, oh, we just caught him at a bad moment and he just started saying it. The man was saying it over and over and over. Every interview, it didn't matter if it was 6 months later, he was still saying the same shit. I don't understand. But y'all getting mad because I don't take him serious? Like I said, man, once they go to negotiations and they say that they got a fight date and the shit is on, that's when I'll believe the shit. Other than that, I don't know how Terence Crawford gonna move. Like I said, I've heard, check this out, and see, I've heard for a fact behind the scenes from Terence Crawford and his team, Terence Crawford on people said they not doing no business with Al Haymon. He don't like Al Haymon. Al Haymon was trying to get him to sign a multi-fight deal with them, and for some reason, because it was Al Haymon that was trying to get him to sign a multi-fight deal, Terence Crawford feels like Al Haymon was trying to little boy him and disrespect him. He don't like Al Haymon. When he was asked, are you going to sign with the PBC? He said, absolutely not. So how are they going to get this fight done if he don't want to do no business with? He out here in the ocean calling out Errol Spence, but at the end of the day, he still got to do business with Al Haymon to make the fight work. Man, I told y'all to block this fucking clown. I gave y'all wrenches for a reason. Block this fucking, I got him out of here then. Y'all can't block him. I got his stupid ass up out of here. Now he can't come back because he blocked by me. Now, so, I mean, this dude is contradicting himself all over everywhere. Everywhere. Like I said, it has nothing to do with Terence Crawford's skills in the ring, outside of none of that. But the shit that he says, does, and how he moves, how can I take any of it serious? I don't understand it. How are you not willing to do business with Al Haymon, but you out here acting like you calling for Errol Spence and calling him out? You can't get an Errol Spence fight without doing business with Al Haymon. Make it make sense. I don't understand. Knockout. What's happening with it? Never Around says Bud moved like he a little slow. The shit, the assassin DLJ, what's happening with it? It just doesn't make sense to me. You don't fuck with Al Haymon. We've had Bomac come on right here on my panel and said, fuck PBC. Fuck Al Haymon. That's what Bomac said. I don't have a problem with him saying it, whatever. I don't know Al Haymon. Al Haymon ain't never did shit for me. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never fucking slid me no bread. He ain't never dropped me no super chat. So I don't give a fuck what they say about Al Haymon. But y'all got to make it make sense. How are you going to do an Errol Spence fight without Al Haymon being involved? And then on the other end, we make way more money than Errol Spence. We the A side. Okay. All right. If you the A side, well, when is Terence Crawford gonna, you know what I'm saying? When is Terence Crawford gonna get his LLC business? Terence, what? Bud Crawford Promotions. When is he gonna come out with Bud Crawford Promotions and then send Errol Spence a contract over? Hey, faggot, you can go and make another account because you blocking the get. So go, right? Hop again on your computer and make another account and then come back. Anyway, these dudes is clowns, man. Like, for real, these dudes is funny. These dudes will spend their time, watch everything you say, right? Get blocked, make another account, come back in, get blocked again, make another account. This, I mean, sitting up doing that shit all day. You ain't got nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? So since they the A side, I'm just waiting on Bud, right? Terrence Bud Crawford to come out with Bud Crawford Promotions, because he ain't even got that yet. You know what I'm saying? Come out with Bud Crawford Promotions and then get a lawyer, right? Type up a contract and then send it to Errol Spence and have Errol Spence come and fight you on your platform. That, since you the A side, type up the contract and have Errol Spence come and fight you on your platform, your imaginary platform that you have, since you the A side. You see what I'm saying? Make that make sense to me. I'm saying make it make sense. Since according to them, they the A side. And they making all this back end money and all that. I mean, how are you getting millions in back end money if you ain't fucking, you ain't never sold barely over 100,000 pay-per-view buys? Like, make that shit make sense. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. Real talk, I really don't. But like I said, if Bud Crawford is willing to stick to the same energy, right? If he don't change up a month from now, 2 weeks from now, 3 months from now, if he keeps the same energy that he got right now, that's the type of energy I need from him. And I don't need him to change up his energy. Keep that same energy. That's it. If you keep that same energy and you stay consistent, then we're going to look at Errol Spence. And now we're going to be looking to see what type of energy Errol Spence has in return. That's all I'm saying. Bud Crawford needs to keep up the same energy that he has right now. Don't change up. And then we're going to start looking at Errol Spence and we're going to see what type of energy he has. Right? We're going to see what type of energy he has. And I'll call out. And if Errol Spence is acting like he don't want the fight or his energy ain't, oh yeah, I'm going to be on his helmet too. Straight up. Y'all don't think I'm going to be on his helmet? Of course I am. But you know what I'm saying? Errol Spence, nobody can take you serious when you changing your energy every time we see you. Straight up. That's all I'm saying, you know. Knockout say, how you in the ocean looking for a fish that's in Texas? I wouldn't go to New York looking for homie Key. He said, he just saying, real talk. He said he wouldn't go to New York looking for me. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you'll say you way out in Cancun talking about you big fish hunting. You know where that man at. Matter of fact, didn't Crawford say that he had Errol Spence's phone number? Why you ain't call that man? Why you ain't call Errol Spence and say, hey, you know I'm a free agent now. So, you know what I'm saying? Is we going to make this fight happen or what? And then Errol Spence is going to say, yeah, I told you a long time ago we could have been and made it happen. I'm going to give you 40%. I'm going to take 60, and we can make it happen. So what's going to happen when they go start talking about the fight again? Errol Spence get on his helmet, and he tell that man, you got to take 60-40. What's going to happen then? Is Terence Crawford still going to be saying 50-50? And then y'all going to run around talking about, oh, Errol Spence is ducking them because he ain't giving him 50-50. Y'all sound like some fucking idiots. You know what I'm saying? Is that what's going to happen? Errol Spence is ducking him because he won't agree to 50-50. That's all I'm saying. What's going to happen then? What's going to happen when y'all do, right? Start negotiating and he tell you, hey, ain't shit changed since I told you way back in 2018. It's 60-40. What's popping? What's going to happen then? Is he still going to be standing on the 50-50? Because his nephew and Bomac and all of them, they just went on my man Kwame East channel, Lower to the Game Boxing Talk. If y'all ain't seen it, go watch it. And they was on there talking about that it's still got to be 50-50 or 60-40 their way because they're the A side. But y'all don't want to have that discussion, right? Y'all don't want to have that discussion, right? Because when we start talking about that, why are you pocket watching? You don't want to have that discussion, right? So what is Crawford going to do? He don't got Bob Arum to take, you know what I'm saying, whatever percentage he was getting. If he a free agent now, he could, you know, shit, pretty much pay himself now. So how we going to move? That shit crazy. I don't know, but y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. You see, when we do a show about if it has anything to do with Bud Crawford or Canelo Alvarez, you see all the fucking weirdos come out of nowhere. You see the weirdos get to commenting, right? But when I did a whole show and I broke down the whole timeline with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence so people could stop all of that ducking bullshit, right? Oh, he's ducking. When I broke down that whole timeline, them motherfuckers was in the background and they didn't say a word. They didn't have a word to say when I broke down that whole timeline, proving everything that they were saying was bullshit. They was in the background. They was quiet. You could fucking hear a cat piss on cotton. They was so quiet. Motherfuckers is retarded, straight up. Lower to the Game Boxing Talk. My man Kwame East off in the building. What's happening with it? He said, salute King. He said 60-40. Let's make it happen. Don't need a passport to call someone out when y'all both live in America. Say that shit again. You don't need a passport to call somebody out when y'all both live in America. And you said you got that man's phone number. I'm just saying, make it make sense. And salute to you once again, coming through showing love. And y'all make sure that y'all go sub to Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk on YouTube and Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk 2 on Facebook. You know, y'all got to make some of this shit make sense to me. But hopefully, Bud Crawford is serious this time. Hopefully, he ain't just talking this time. Hopefully, he's serious about his calling out him, putting the full court press on Errol Spence and calling him out. Hopefully, he's serious this time. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, he don't come and say something different. And then, once Errol Spence sees that he's serious, then we can see Errol Spence's energy. And they could get this fight done. But I'm telling y'all right now, the last thing I got to say about this is, at the end of the day, they could talk all they want to. Both sides could talk all they want to. Terence Crawford could fly across the world to call out Errol Spence. He could do all of that, right? At the end of the day, the fact still remains. In order for the fight to happen, he going to have to take his 40% and Errol going to get his 60%. If you don't understand that shit, if you don't understand that, you don't need to be fucking, you don't even need to be worried about the fight. If you can't understand at the end of the day, he's going to still be, have to be willing to take 60%. He ain't getting no 50%. You don't understand that, you shouldn't even be worried about the fight happening, because it ain't going to go down. And my man Kwame East off in the building again in that super chat. He says that timeline is ether. Yeah, they couldn't do shit. When I broke that timeline down, they couldn't say nothing. But sit in the fucking background with their mouth wide open, with slobber coming down their motherfucking lip, and listen. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You can't say nothing when it's facts in front of your face. Stan92 says accolades don't equal asses in the seats. They never have. Never have. And probably never will. But y'all smash on my like button. I appreciate, we've been on here for 2 hours. I appreciate everybody coming through. I will be back tomorrow. Like I said, salute to everybody. Appreciate everybody coming through. Smash the like button if you ain't smashed the like button yet. If you ain't a sub to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'm out until tomorrow. Y'all already know how it is. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone. I'm out.